Welcome back to the CAP Podcast, Consumer Ammunition Tactics Podcast. I got an amazing guest here, Shavonnaaaa. As y'all see, we're probably already going to post the prank beforehand, so y'all know what it is. But I'm going to read her bio, and we're going to get straight into the real interview.
The real
So
bio.
her name is, you know what?
The real bio.
Her name is Shavonnaaaa. She's a 32-year-old mom and entrepreneur. She's from LA. I was born in LA as well. Born and raised, but she relocated to Las Vegas 5 years ago. She's been working a physical labor job for the last 6 years plus. Although it was career employment, she knew she was unhappy and knew she had to make a change in respect to that. She got into credit repair from a guy that she knew, and he basically linked her with his mentor. So she took the mentorship. She started working on her mom's credit, and her mom was pretty much like the test dummy. So once she saw results were legit, she started promoting on Instagram, getting clients through there. Now she's just trying to scale her business with business funding and posting credit tips on different platforms. Welcome to the podcast, Shavonnaaaa. How you doing?
I'm good now.
Good.
I'm good now that prank is over with.
Oh man, man, man.
How you doing? You're good, right?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Highly favored, the whole nine and all that. It's good. We finally get in the podcast
I
interview.
know.
People don't know behind the scenes, it took some time to get it going. So it's good to have you here. So number one, is that what?
I'm happy to be here.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. We appreciate your presence. So number one, I just want to ask you, like, how's your week been going? Have you had any big wins, small wins? Anything's a win, pretty much.
My week has been going great, honestly. I've been being very productive. I used to procrastinate a lot in the past. So this week I created a new LLC. I got a client some funding. Getting ready to open a new business bank account. So pretty much that's like the goods for me, besides working out. But like that's like the main things for me this week.
Okay, got you, got you. Yeah, I was looking at your profile. I think I saw like a workout reel. So we're gonna get into the working out later. But
Okay,
that's definitely important for the mental, physical, all
sure.
that. Yeah, yeah, most definitely. So as far as your credit business,
Mhm.
you started with your mom. Like, where did the inspiration for it come from? Because I know you said you were unhappy with what you were doing, and
Yeah,
salute to you for taking action, getting yourself out of that
right.
situation.
Yeah.
So, want to talk a little bit
So
about that?
yeah, I pretty much took a risk leaving my job. I was working at the post office for
Okay.
a long time and it was very physical, it was hard work and I hated it. And honestly, I just didn't have like enough time to spend with my son. So for
Hmm.
me, I was like, what can I do to where I can actually see him and be with him and also make money, because I know for sure I didn't want to work for anybody. I'm not really good with like rules and having to listen to people. So for me, it was like an authority issue and I didn't
Yeah.
like that. So my mom, she's older, but I guess she didn't really have like the same opportunities that a lot of people have now as far as resources. So I was like, let me see what's on your credit. Let me see what's good. So I pretty much looked on there, saw some collections, and I said, well, let me use the method that I learned and see what's up. So it started coming off. And pretty much I just went from there. Like once I started seeing it come off, I was like, it's go time. Like, let me start posting and promoting. And that's pretty much how I started, really.
Okay, dope. And I think one important thing I read in your bio was that you invested in mentorship. Is that correct?
Yep. Hmm.
Okay, so I'm big on mentorship. I'm always telling my listeners, like, you got to invest in yourself. People that watch my YouTube, they know that I won't say I talk crazy, but I say stuff about like people's mindset, like poor people,
Yeah.
poor mindset and all that. So I love that you decided to invest in yourself rather than having like an ego to be like, oh, I know how to do
Right.
everything. Talk about the importance of mentorship.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
You talk about the importance of mentorship, just like investing in
Oh,
yourself.
okay. Honestly, mentorship is like literally under God. Like you have to find somebody that has mastered the skill that you want to learn. That's the only way that you're really going to learn. You can't, YouTube University is cool, but you need that physical, like that one-on-one, or even if it's like a small group, like you need mentorship, period. Like even me, like I'm looking for another mentor because the one that I had, it's been a while. So I actually need a new mentor as we speak. And I already know, the basics and the mid of it, but I want it's no level to learning. Like you can always learn something new no matter what. So for me, I think everybody who wants to do anything should get a mentorship.
Most definitely, definitely, I agree. Was credit talked about in your household growing up? I know you say you corrected your mom's stuff, so I'm assuming, yeah. Okay.
Nope, nope, nope. Honestly, I didn't know anything about credit. Even in high school, like I I don't want to say I'm ashamed, but I'm 30, about to be 32, basically, like in 2 weeks. So for me, it's like I felt like, dang, I'm just not learning about this stuff in my 30s, but some people still haven't learned it. But we never talked about it in the house. No, I never knew anybody in the family that had good credit. Like it wasn't a topic.
Definitely. You said in 2 weeks? Is that what they call it? Is that Virgo?
Now I'm a Libra.
Oh, you a Libra? Oh, okay. Okay, that's what's up. Okay. Okay. You believe in the signs and stuff I spoke about on my
No,
YouTube.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't believe in
Okay.
astrology only because I started getting into the Bible, getting in, like building a relationship with God, and I know that astrology is not of Him. So for me, like I'll say what I am based off of what man says, but I don't believe in all that. No, I don't.
Okay. Definitely. Definitely. Okay. I like that answer. All right. So as far as your actual credit repair business, are you working in it full time or are you working a job now? Like what's your situation?
Um, so I don't have a job now.
Okay.
I would say that right now I'm rebranding and rebuilding. So like
Got
it's kind of like part time as far as the clients go. Like I'm still working on clients that I have, but right
yeah.
now I'm like trying to rebrand my business to do it correctly because when I first started, I had reached like a plateau and then I kind of like fell off a little bit. I'm gonna be honest, you know. So
Got
me, I'm just like trying to scale it back up. So yeah.
Okay, got you. So I know you said you reached, the plateau or whatever. Just to give you some context, we have a lot of people listening that they aspire to have a credit repair business, so they might be, looking at you for guidance, and some might already do have a credit repair business. So can you talk about, I guess, some of the struggles that you're experiencing as far as that plateau?
Absolutely. So I'm gonna tell people that if you want to start a credit repair business, like number one, you have to actually learn the laws, learn everything about it that you can, you know. And
Yeah.
not only that, don't do it by yourself. Like you need to get an assistant because for me, that was my struggle. I was trying to do everything all by myself. I didn't hire any assistants. I didn't have any
Yeah.
help. So it was like a struggle, you know, like trying to have time to post, edit, being able to work on clients, take Zooms, take consultations. Like it was a lot for me. So I would say that was my main struggle, like just doing everything by myself.
Okay. So you think people should delegate, basically?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Definitely.
Got you. Would you consider yourself like introverted or you're extroverted?
Um, I would say I'm both, honestly.
Okay. Got
I'm a
you.
little bit
So
of both.
you do like all the consultations? It don't like drain you? How do you feel about doing all that?
Honestly, I kind of liked doing the consultations. That was the fun part for me, like talking to people, getting to know them, knowing why they want their credit repair, what do they plan on doing with their credit. So consultations was pretty fun for me.
Okay, got you. So your clients are watching. I bet. That's a safe answer. No, I'm playing. Okay, so as far as those struggles, I guess, as far as the delegation, what resources did you use to actually hire, or are you hiring right now? What does that look like?
I'm getting ready to look to hire. I haven't hired yet, but I am gonna look to hire. I know a website. It's PH
Online
job.
jobs.ph.
Yep. So I
Yeah,
plan on
definitely.
going there, looking for some
Okay.
people and interviewing them. So yeah.
Okay, most definitely. And anybody that's been a long-term listener to my podcast, they know I always say onlinejobs.ph. So I'm gonna just say
Oh,
I ain't pay you to say
nah,
onlinejobs.ph. You know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't know
So
you
we
knew
ain't even have
about it.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, people need to definitely go to onlinejobs.ph, get you a VA,
Hmm.
start, just automate your system so you could focus on stuff like creating content, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Things like that. So yeah, definitely. So what would you say has been good as far as your business? Maybe it's through getting leads or just methods to get deletions. My audience is big on consumer law, so we understand FCRA and things
Yeah,
like that. So
okay. Yes. So for me, I would say I'm gonna be honest. Like for me, it was like when I first started, I was using Credit Repair Cloud. So
yeah,
it's very basic. Like people who want to start off, if you got the money or you got maybe even if you just got $200 to spare for 30, it's free for 30 days, right? So if you just
yeah.
got $200 for the following month, like use a Credit Repair Cloud because when I first started and the way I was taught is not the same way I do it now. So I was taught a different method. Now I do use consumer laws and I do factual disputing as well. So for me, that's very, very important.
Okay, got you. Do you still use Credit Repair Cloud or?
Not consistently, not really, honestly, not like that. Like, I mean, I have before, like in the last 60 days, but it's not like my go-to anymore.
Okay, got you. So what does your process look like? Are you constructing the letters from scratch? Do you have templates you start with? Or what does that look like?
For me, I actually just created the letters on my own. So I pretty
Nice.
much, unless somebody has like a special case, like I pretty much do like round one, this is how the letter would be, round two,
Yeah.
this is how it would be. So I do templates that I made myself.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say I'm somebody, I'm watching this. Let's say I'm a young black girl. I'm looking at you. I'm just like, okay, Shavonnaaaa, her story is inspiring me. I want to start my own credit repair business. What are just some tips that you would give to her? Maybe as far as content and things like that.
Okay, so I would say first learn the laws and
A
do
loss.
research. Huh?
Which loss? Which loss in particular?
FCA, you need to learn all of them, especially like factual disputing law. Like you need to learn it's a lot, but honestly, just take the time out before you start posting and promoting and actually learn them. So once you learn them, then I feel like scheduling is important. Like make a schedule like, okay, today I'll learn one law, tomorrow I'll try and do also get people that are close to you that you can use first of all, like family members or
Yep.
close friends.
Yeah,
So once you learn some laws, find some people that you close with and start trying on them first. And then also I would say like scheduling, like make a schedule. Don't just wake up and not know what's going on. And I'm just saying it's from my own perspective. Like I would be like, okay, today I'm gonna do this, this, and this, but it wasn't written down. So I didn't always accomplish everything. So I would say scheduling your content for sure. And just post tips. Even if you don't know everything, you can literally look up stuff and then post tips for people because the thing is we think that everybody know what we know, but they don't. So you can post
yeah,
something that people don't know about, and that's how people will be like, okay, she kind of knows what she's talking about, like let me follow up, let me see what's going on. So yeah, for me, that I think that's important if you're starting out learning the laws and just posting tips.
definitely, definitely. So it seems like you're big on Instagram. That's kind of what you said. Is that like your favorite platform to promote, or what would you say is your favorite?
um, I would say when I first started it was Instagram for me, but now I'm kind of leaning more towards TikTok.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I would say TikTok
Okay.
more. I already
Why
have
is
like a following over there, and I just feel like people are more interactive. For me, my Instagram is like most of those people I know personally, like not all of them, but like a lot of them. So I
that?
don't know. I feel like for me, I don't really want to work with people that I know because they don't really take stuff serious,
Gotcha.
honestly. Oh yeah,
Gotcha. So you basically saying like everyone you grew up with, like they just ain't on nothing, is basically what you're saying.
they
That's
on
what it's like.
something, but
Oh,
they
okay.
on it legally. Like a lot of them got money. They got money. They
Oh,
got
I
the
get, I get, I get what you're saying.
bag,
Okay, don't
but
gotta say
they
too much.
don't
I get what
care
you're
about
saying.
that. Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. 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 Okay, so TikTok is booming. Anywhere else that you like to
I
promote?
used to do Facebook, but not anymore. I got too many spams and stuff like that, so I don't really do Facebook anymore. But I'm getting ready to drop an ebook though, and I'm probably gonna just post it everywhere, just for people who are skeptical about paying somebody to do their credit, and they might just want to do it themselves. So yeah, I'm gonna probably post that everywhere.
Gotcha. So when is that ebook dropping?
It'll be dropping actually by Saturday. I'll be dropping it.
Oh, you drop. Okay, so by the time this podcast comes out, it will be out. You want to talk about that ebook a little bit?
Okay, so the ebook is it's like a simple ebook for people who have no idea about credit. So it'll be talking about the basic laws, how to dispute, what a good credit profile looks like. Because people think that you need a good credit score, but it's not
Yeah.
about the score, it's about the profile. Because you
Fact.
can find somebody who got a 700 and you might have a 680 or a 650, and you might get approved for something that they get denied for. So it's, pretty much talking about structuring your profile as well, and
Mhm.
what to do if something doesn't come off, because people get discouraged if it doesn't come off the first time or
Mhm.
even maybe the second time. So it's just like the basics, like fundamentals of credit.
Okay, definitely. So they'll be able to get that through your IG. Is that where are you mainly? TikTok, IG?
Both. I would say I post.
Oh, it's everywhere though, right?
Yeah,
So wherever
yeah,
wherever
I
they can
haven't
find
really
you.
been posting on Instagram lately. I've been kind of
Okay,
posting on TikTok, but I'm getting ready to start posting like just the same video on both platforms. I'm gonna do it like that.
gotcha.
So yeah, both.
Okay. Okay, so they'll be able to get it through the link in your bio.
The link in my bio on my TikTok and on my Instagram.
Okay, got you. So you're gonna have the ebook, which is a digital product. You have your done for you credit repair services as well. You said that you got one of your clients funding, business funding, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so you provide funding services as well as credit cleanup. Are there any other additional services that you provide?
I mean, I pretty much helped them structure their credit profile to be able to get funding.
Okay. So if somebody wanted to work with you, how would that process go? Do they just DM you or how does it even
They
work?
can DM me, honestly. Yeah, if somebody want to work for me and they serious, then yeah, you could
Work with
DM me.
you. You said it work for you or work with you?
Oh, they could work with me.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Because you said work for you.
Nah, nah,
Okay.
work with me.
Okay, got you. Got you. And you reply to your DMs,
Yep.
basically.
I
Okay,
reply to
okay.
them.
Okay. So somebody got like 8 collections, all these bankruptcies, stuff like that. They just DM you and then they'll be able to tap in.
Yeah. Or don't DM me. Click the link in my bio and schedule a consultation. Then
Okay, that's what I was trying to get to. I'm like,
okay.
I mean, like,
Oh, okay. I get what you mean. Like work with me. Okay, yeah.
yeah,
Click the link
yeah,
in
yeah,
my
yeah.
bio, schedule a consultation. And if you're gonna schedule a consultation, please be available. Don't schedule it and you're not available. It's based off your availability, not mine. So
Got you,
yeah.
got you, got you. So do you see like a lot of no shows? Is that why you're saying that?
I've had some in the past. And
Okay.
it's people who will literally like book multiple, like one, two, and I'm like, okay, if you ain't available, you're not available. That's cool, but stop
Yeah,
booking. So
yeah, yeah.
somebody in business told me like stop doing free consultations. But
Got you.
I changed it for a week and I was like, nah, I don't want to do that to people. But I don't know. Like I haven't been having no shows lately, but in the past I used to have some no shows.
Got you, got you. Yeah, no, I feel like with credit, it's obviously one of those industries where there's always certain situations, but most cases it's something with their finances. So I feel like they might not take it as seriously. So we've seen a lot of no shows as well. And we just straight up started saying, like, if you got to rebook, we're gonna charge you $50 to rebook. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that kind of decreased our
No
no
shows.
show. So yeah, yeah. So I think that's definitely important. So let's say somebody's watching this, they're like, okay, I don't like my situation. I don't like my job as well. They're looking at what you did, but let's say they're not fully sure, like if they want to make that jump. Do you have any piece of advice for them?
Honestly, my only advice would be to go to God and pray about it.
Yeah,
That's my
definitely,
advice.
definitely. Okay, I agree with that. I was literally thinking about that as you said it.
Mhm.
So okay, that's dope. I like that. I
Yeah,
like that.
very
Okay,
big,
so you said what? Go ahead.
very big on God. Like I try to
Definitely,
ask Him before I make any moves.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, definitely, definitely. Okay, so what would you say drives you as far as your business? Like, what's your
Um,
motive?
I would say just like my family. Like I want to be like the first person in my family to be able to like actually buy them cars or like change their lives. Like I want to be that person in my family to have generational wealth. Like give back to them.
Okay, got you. Got you. And then what would you say is like the foundation of your actual business? Like I guess the principles and things like that. Like what inspired you to make it what it was? And just name your business just so the people know as well.
It's called Changing Lives Credit
Mm.
Repair. And for me, I think it stemmed with like my son. Like I want my son to have a different life and I wanted to change his life. So I feel like I could change his life and I can change other people's lives as well who can change their
Yeah.
family lives. So that's pretty much what it is for me.
Okay. Dope. Dope, dope, dope. Did you just wake up one day and you're like, oh, changing lives, or how did that actually come to be?
Honestly, yes.
Okay.
Honestly, it was like it just randomly came in my head. I'm like, oh, changing lives. Okay, let me try to change some lives now. Yeah, that's what it was for
Okay, that's
me.
what's up. Shoot, shoot. I mean, God be talking to people, so I wouldn't be surprised if it just like that. Okay. So, what would you say you want to accomplish? I guess it doesn't have to necessarily be within your credit business, but just like 5 years from now, what do you see for yourself?
I want to be able to buy properties and rent to like people in poverty or like low income people. Because I feel like a lot of people look over them like they not nothing, but really it's like you don't really know what people's situations are. People need help in this world. Like it ain't easy out here. So for me, I plan on buying property. That's like my main thing. Like especially like maybe like a transitional housing or something to where I can help children that are like abandoned or battered or things of that nature, like in that type of situation.
Do you want to start like a foster home or?
I don't know about foster home because I haven't dug deep in it yet. Like that's within my 5 year plan, but I haven't. I would say probably like um group homes. Maybe is that the same as foster home or
I
no?
think group home is similar.
Similar.
Sure it is. Yeah, yeah, I believe so. Don't
Yeah.
quote
'Cause,
me.
I mean, I don't want
I
to foster the kids, but I just want to have a safe, clean environment for them to live, be able to eat, and pretty much thrive as best as they can. So yeah,
got you. Okay, got you. Okay, that's dope. So as far as let's just talk about like just misconceptions regarding credit, because some people might, there's a lot of people misinformed. Something
yeah,
as simple as the credit profile versus actual score.
yeah.
What would you say, maybe just based off of talking to clients or just things you've seen, just some common misconceptions you've seen regarding credit?
The biggest one is that if you have an 800 credit score, you can get approved for anything.
Oh,
And
facts.
that's
Yeah.
not true.
Yeah,
It's not.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's not true.
yeah. So it goes back to, just making sure that your profile is
Always good.
structured. So I think that's just big. That's just a big testament again to the education piece and kind of like what you were saying as far as advice. People should educate themselves. Invest in mentorship. Don't be cheap. You know what
Definitely,
I'm saying?
definitely.
So yeah,
Multiple,
yeah, yeah.
not just one. You got to get multiple mentors.
Talk to them, man. They gonna hate if I say
Multiple.
it. So talk,
No,
yeah,
you have to because it's always every year something new is coming out. So if you get a
fact.
mentor 2, 3, 4 years ago, then it's like okay, there's new laws, there's new ways to repair credit or get items deleted. So even if it's not just credit repair, anything that you do, you're gonna have to get a mentorship. Same like if you're working out, you're gonna need to get a trainer if you're just starting. Like you have to invest in yourself. Simple as that. Like that's the moral of the story. Invest in yourself.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely invest in yourself. You said working out. Let's talk about working out and just the importance of working out because I've been on record telling people like, you should definitely work out. Don't just focus on your credit. Like how you do anything is how you do everything. So I just want to hear from your perspective.
So for me, I feel like working out is very important because number one, it has a lot to do with like your mental state. Like you can be having a bad day or be sad or be stressed or depressed, but if you go hit that gym, by the time you come out of there, like you're gonna be in a whole different place mentally. So it's mental stimulation for sure. And also it helps with like confidence. Like if you don't like the way you look, get in that gym, stay consistent, change up your eating habits and keep going until you see the results. And once you see the results, you're gonna even want to keep going more. So I think working out, I feel like everybody should work out, to be honest. Like even if you're not doing super heavy lifting or just going crazy in the gym, like just start off on the treadmill, start off with light weights. Like I think it's important, like very, very important.
Definitely. Definitely. I feel like there's been a common theme. Like most people I have on a podcast, they say the same thing. And I don't think it's like a coincidence as far as, having the discipline to have a credit repair business, be consistent, doing these disputes and things of that nature. The fact that you said you found yourself in an unhappy state and you were able to take action to get out of that. So, you built up these good habits, prioritizing your relationship with God. I'm big on that too. So, it's good that, what I'm saying you're able to put yourself in that kind of position. So, how long have you been working out? Has it been something recent you picked up? Like what does that look like?
I would say I've been working out for some years inconsistently, but this year I
Okay.
said I was going to be consistent because
Gotcha.
I have looked at old pictures and I'd be like, dang, I'm in the same place I was 2 years ago physically,
Oh,
you know? Like, don't
yeah,
get me wrong, I'm not like obese or anything like that, but I
yeah.
know in my mind how my body could look if I take it serious. So I want to reach that goal. So for me, it's like consistently now I've been start working out like this year.
Okay. Okay, that's good. So you're not a January 1st person.
Mm, no.
Okay.
Nah, I don't
Okay.
even believe in New Year's and all that. Like, I'm not big on holidays anymore. But
Okay.
no, I'm not a January 1st girl.
Okay.
uh-uh.
I've been big on speaking out against people that just, what I'm saying, just January 1st and all that. So
Yeah,
the people
start
that listen
today.
to me,
You
huh?
listening to the podcast? Start working out today.
Most definitely. Yeah.
Wait,
Today's January 1st if you want it to be. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what kind of I guess like you could say anything, but just any big wins that are memorable that you've helped your clients with, just to give people the inspiration. I know you mentioned you just got some funding. I don't know if
Yeah.
you want to speak on that amount or if you can or
Yeah, so they had got a car. It was their first car. It was 25K, which is a good amount. You know, some people get low limits like $2,000-3,000 when they try to do it
yeah.
on their own. So they was very happy, and most importantly, they had like a game plan. Like they already knew what they wanted to do before they got the money, which is very important. If you don't know what you want to do or you're gonna do with the funds, don't even try to get the funds because you're gonna blow them 9 times out of 10. And especially if you have no money at all and you don't have a plan, you're gonna blow the money. So don't just get funding for no reason. But aside from that, one of my clients did get a new car as well. So that's exciting for her. I think it was, what kind of car did she get? Don't quote me, but I think it was a Lexus, if I'm not mistaken, like the Lexus truck. Yeah. So it was a nice car. It was a new one too, like 2022 or something like that. Yeah. So for
Okay.
me, those were some big wins. I was happy for my clients, changing lives and stuff like
Definitely.
that.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing I want to point out the fact that you said like you should have a plan and know how you want to use the money.
Yeah.
When I'm speaking to these people that's listening right now on my YouTube podcast or whatever,
Yeah.
I'm saying certain things, they might think I'm just saying it. You literally saying the same things I'm saying. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
wow.
I like that you saying it.
Oh
And
wow.
I didn't pay her to come on here and speak a certain way. So, I resonate with you and I like that you made that point because I've seen situations where people get the funding,
Mhm.
they blow it,
Yep.
now they back on fixing their credit, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's just kind of crazy. And I think it's important what you pointed out. And we got to make it a point when we're going through with our clients, like, okay, what do you plan on doing with the money? So that's definitely good. That's a big win as well. So what kind of traits would you say someone has to have to just sustain themselves within like a credit repair business? Because we talked about like the fitness discipline
Yep.
and things like that. So
I would say that you have to be well, discipline is one, but I feel like you have to be I'm not gonna say you have to be slightly motivated because when you're not motivated, you can rely on that discipline. When you're not disciplined, you can rely on that motivation. Like it goes hand in hand, I would
Mhm.
say. And also just being eager to continue to research education, like you have to learn something. You have to be able to keep finding out new methods, new laws, new dispute.
Mhm.
So I think those are the top three, really. Just being able to keep researching, have that discipline, have that motivation, you'll be good. You'll be good.
Definitely, definitely. And I think for you specifically, with the motivation,
Mhm.
like when we talk about something called changing lives, you know what I'm saying? Like it could be anyone in the world, like just how the humans are composed, you gonna feel motivated by that. Like, okay, I'm changing lives. You seen your client get this new Lexus, you seen your client get, this money here and there. So I think it goes back down to like the actual core values of your business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So changing lives. My company is called Consumer Ammunition Tactics. So it's called CAT, just like the acronym or whatever. Yeah,
Cat.
yeah, 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 yeah. So basically, like one thing that's helped motivate me was just kind of looking at the values again. So we have different values, obviously, but one of the biggest things that we stand for is using this education to reduce crime rate. Because a lot of people are robbing people just because of
That's
like money.
true.
Yeah. So it's like what you doing, what I'm doing, we're reducing crime rate. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? So
okay.
that's definitely something that motivates you. And then the discipline comes, we both go to the gym pretty consistently. So that's good. I'm always big on which you are as well. I always say, get with the spirit first. So, talking to God, making sure talking to God about your business. I'm
Yeah.
big on saying you said it earlier as far as talking about how you don't want to like answer to somebody. So I used to work a 9 to 5 too. I was a engineer. I got tired of just that culture. And I was like,
They make money, right?
they make money, but I can make more money in my credit business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got to that point. I was like, all right, I'm gonna just leave. And it was just crazy. They wanted us to come back to the office, and I was just like, I'm not, because I was working remote.
Oh,
Like,
oh wow. So he really was
yeah,
tired of
yeah,
it.
yeah. Yeah. I was literally working remote. Well before the pandemic. We were in the office, but then they allowed us to work remote. But then they talking about we gonna come back to the office. I was already doing what I was doing within my credit business. So I was like, nah, I ain't doing all that. Because what I would do when I was working remote, I would do my job really quickly. I'll straight up go to sleep or work on my credit business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I
I don't
feel you.
recommend everybody do this, but
Yeah.
I think what you said just not because the only person I'll call my boss is God. Like
Yes,
I'm not gonna call a
me
man my boss.
too.
That's damn near like calling the dude daddy to me. Like I don't want you know what I'm saying?
I feel you for real.
So it's like, yeah. So I always say like I always tell my listeners like you wanna like have a good mindset. Like don't think like a 9 to 5
Right.
employee. Nothing wrong with a 9 to 5, but it's
Right.
a mindset.
Yeah, somebody
Yeah,
said
yeah,
because a lot of
yeah,
people before I left my job, they was like, "Oh my gosh, like I can't believe you're doing this. Like, are you sure you're making the right choice?" And it's like you have the mindset of being a worker. I
exactly.
don't. You don't have the mindset of wanting to start something on your own because you're scared to take a chance. You like that safety net, you know. And I was reading and researching about being in the safety net, and I said, I'm not doing that. So when I left, I was like, I'm out. I'm not coming back. Bye.
Definitely. 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 Yeah. And yeah, no, it's definitely dangerous because what's it called? I spoke about it on a different videos. So they obviously got something out called, STDs or whatever. There's something new called MTDs, mentally transmitted diseases. So if I'm
Oh,
talking to somebody on the phone and they say like, "Oh, I am broke," or just like in the
that's
case of your coworkers, that's a disease to the subconscious mind.
right. Yep.
You know what
Because
I'm
it
saying?
will try to
So
get in there and affect your mind. You
exactly,
know? Right.
exactly, exactly, exactly. So that's why I'll be telling my listeners like it's not just STDs out here, it's MTDs. You know what I'm saying? So you
Mhm.
gotta be in the right environment.
Yes.
So that's
Use that.
definitely
You
yeah,
copyright.
that's
I'm gonna use that. Like, don't be trying to give me no MTD.
hey man, that's why all that I'm broke, you're calling a
That's
grown man your boss. I'm like, God is my
right.
boss. I don't
For real. Nobody else. Nobody else. And I started
yeah,
trouble at work. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I stayed in
yeah.
trouble because I just felt like,
Oh,
why am I doing all this? You know, like, stop calling my
crazy.
name on the intercom. Like, no, I
It's
have to.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, yeah, no, I'm glad, you broke out of that. I'm glad I was able to leave my damn job and all that.
Me
So
too. I feel like everybody should break out and just find something that you're interested in or something that you want to learn about and just get a mentor and just go for it, you know? You never know.
definitely,
It could really be the next big thing. But if you never
def-
try, you will never know, you know?
definitely. And the crazy thing too, what is a foundation? Credit. Because like if you wanna get a mentor, I don't necessarily I mean people could do what they want, but why not put it on a credit card and get paid for doing the investment anyways?
Those
You know what I'm
points,
saying? So
cashback.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. So that's why like people got to know these laws. People got to listen to what you said. As far as the discipline, as far as educating themselves, clean up their own credit. People got to go grab your ebook. You know what I'm saying, and then really get themselves to the next level. Book a consultation with you if they can, and go from there. So we're gonna wrap up in a little bit, but before we wrap up, I just wanted to know is there a certain question that people don't ask you that you would want to talk about? Maybe I forgot to ask you something that you're like, oh damn, I wish he asked me that.
Um, like people like clients, you mean?
No, just anything in general. Because this is like a public platform. It's going on to YouTube and all that. People are gonna see it. So just wanted to know like if there's anything you just wanted to talk about.
Um,
It's not a trick question. It could be yes, no. I just like to give
I'm
people
gonna
the
say
space.
no.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
So
no.
I did a good job interviewing you,
Yeah,
basically,
you
is what
did a great job, honestly. You did a great
you said
job.
I did a great job. So basically
Yeah,
I'm the best interviewer on the planet, is what you're saying.
yep. You're the best interview that ever interviewed me.
Okay, on the planet. Okay. We
Planet
gotta
Earth.
add on the planet too, in the world. Okay,
In the
for sure.
world, in the world.
In the world. Okay, I appreciate it. All right. So can you tell the people where they can find you? I know you said you're on IG, Facebook, all that.
Okay, so my Instagram is okay, my Instagram is underscore Shavonnaaaa, ShavonNNAAA. And it'll pop right up. I'm the only one.
Yeah.
And my
Gotcha.
TikTok is Shavonnaaaa underscore credit repair. So those are my
Okay.
two platforms. I don't really mess with Facebook like that, I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty much like an Instagram, TikTok girl. So yeah,
Gotcha.
there.
Okay, most definitely. So I'm gonna leave your stuff in the description. If y'all are listening to this on the audio version of the podcast, it'll be in the description. If you're watching on YouTube, it'll be in the description. Go ahead, hit her up if you need credit repair, if you need the services. The ebook will be out by the time we upload the episode. With that being said, y'all have a blessed one. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.